Landon cheated on the wizard Liz. I'm sure you clicked on this video because you already know he made a fake Snapchat account messaging another girl, and I'm sure all of us have looked up to that relationship and fantasized about it and dreamed that this was going to be our dream man, exactly like London, who's going to sweep us off our feet, because we've been told that this is something that we need to want and desire, because this is like the happily ever after that you see in fairy tales, right? I'm not saying that I know better than her, because she is the most emotionally intelligent woman I have ever seen in my life. Just want to further the conversation by sharing that the certain things that I've learned from my past two long-term relationships that have mimicked a similar pattern, if not the same pattern, to what's happened to her. And I just want to warn you so that you know what to watch out for. It's so easy to not see the red flags when they appear like fucking roses. And my heart goes out to her so much. So let me get into it. Love that burns bright burns out quickly. Because we've seen with their relationship how London swept her off her feet, gave her flowers, treated her right. He fell in love with her straight away. He always saw her as his dream woman, to then go and do that. And what happened was infatuation. Love that burns bright doesn't burn for long. Love that's true love is supposed to build up, because you don't know what people are truly like until you've gone through hardships with them, until you've seen them when their parents are dying, when they've been backstabbed at work, when something shitty happens. You don't know what they're truly like and how they learn and grow from those situations until you physically spend time with them. When someone is obsessed with you, like Landon was, they are obsessed with the idea of you that they have in their head. They paint you out to be someone so untouchable, so unfathomable, that they will stop at nothing to try and gain that, to gain access to that person. Because in their head, they don't truly know who that person is yet, because they haven't spent enough time with them. So they idealize that version of them that they've created in their head, and they will stop at nothing to try and get them. Seems amazing, because you know yourself and you understand, of course I should be loved like this. Of course I deserve this. Why wouldn't they love me like this? But love builds over time. When you create a scenario around your relationship that it's destiny, it can bite you in the ass, because you will think that it's supposed to be like this, or you're more likely to overlook red flags, and you're more likely to put faith and hope that it should work out because it was destiny, that you overlook other aspects of that person. Men will see a high-value woman, someone who is on a pedestal, someone who has success, someone who's doing amazing in life, someone who's emotionally intelligent, and they will want to possess it, because their egos are fragile. Not all of them, these types specifically. Their egos are so fragile that they want to prove to themselves that they're good enough to have someone like you. The minute that they prove that to themselves, that's it, the challenge is gone. The infatuation goes away, because they got you, because they got what they wanted. They proved to themselves and their ego that they're good enough to have you. And then they fumble the bag. Then they start looking elsewhere because they want another challenge, another something to keep them entertained. That's not real love. Again, that's infatuation. That's love bombing. Once they win you as the prize that they think that you are, that they see you as in their eyes, they will drop the act immediately. And then you're left to pick up the pieces and think, but you were like this before. Like, I don't understand. I know you're capable of being like this. Like, you completely backstabbed me because you're a two-faced person. Like, you're not what you presented yourself to be as. That's because their ego got what they wanted. Now they're not bothered. They don't need to show up and put on an act anymore. So you are left with the fucking heartbreak of dealing with the fact that the person you fell in love with doesn't even fucking exist. How's that for a Friday night? Sometimes as well, certain men who do see you doing better than them in either financial, free time, relationships, in any aspect, their ego is so fragile that they will subconsciously want or try to sabotage you, because they don't want to see someone else doing so much better than them that they're in proximity of. And obviously we still live in a patriarchal society. Men struggle with seeing women do better than them. They can't wrap their heads around it. Not all men, but you get what I mean. And they will subconsciously do things to sabotage you to try and put you back. But it ain't gonna fucking happen. It's either a win or a lesson, and any lesson brings you closer to another win. Men like this who are ego-driven will try to minimize the problem that they've done. If you hear anyone minimizing the problem that they've done to you, run for the fucking hills, because they want to protect their ego. They're not trying to protect your feelings. They want to protect themselves. And they're not learning from what's happened because they're minimizing the situation. I saw some clips on TikTok that said that Landon put up a story that he deleted where he described it as, I wrote it down, just 5 or 10 minutes of my life. In just 5 or 10 minutes of my life, I did this. It's only 5-10 minutes of my life. He's minimizing the impact that he's created. It's not about how long it takes you to do something. It's about the action and intention behind it, because you sabotaged the woman that you love. You've fucked it, mate. If someone tries to minimize what they've done to you, they're protecting themselves and their ego, and they're trying to win you back over again to make you see. If you take them back and you say, okay, you know what, maybe he's right, it's not that big of a deal, they then get the permission to see themselves as not having done anything that bad. And that's what their ego wants. That means that they're not learning from it. They're just minimizing the situation so that they can run away from owning what's happened and taking any accountability. If they were to take accountability, they would own up and say, this is the worst thing that has ever happened. I'm a fucking dickhead. I don't know how I allowed myself to do it. I see the pain that I've caused you. I will remove myself from the situation because I'm not good for you. But people who minimize it, they're not learning from it. They're not taking accountability. They're running away from their problems, and they want you to subscribe to it too. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel terrible discussing other people's situations. I don't feel comfortable doing this. I don't know what I'm telling you, not that you care. But anyway, I just feel like because their relationship was quite public and a lot of people put it on a pedestal and said that it was the best relationship ever and something that I aspire to have or be, I want you to know that the hope is not lost. There is amazing relationships out there. Because it was so public, it's something that you can comment on in order to learn from in the future. That's why I made this video, and I hope it makes sense. Amazing relationships do happen because I see it with my friends. I see it with some parents' partners. Do I see it with some of my friends' partners yet? I don't know. But it does exist. Don't lose hope. I'm sorry for discussing someone that I aspire to. But I just hope that you guys learn from it, and I hope this adds value so that you can avoid the bad men. Anyway, you get the point. I'm rambling now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you millions. My heart goes out to Liz and her baby boy. She's going to be an amazing fucking mom, and I can't wait to see that era of hers. And I know she's going to do fucking amazing coming out of this, and she's going to find a new person within herself because she's found so much strength to go through this. And I can't wait to see the next version of her and the evolution of her that comes after this. She's going to do fucking great, and I'm so grateful for her being so vulnerable as to share it. Okay, love you millions. Like and subscribe. See you again soon.